there's some teeth. Welcome back, all you chipsters. We are at the shop today, and we got some teeth. Some teeth. That's what we're working on today. What we worked on last week, we've been working on the teeth. We've actually been designing these for a month now, probably. So here's a little background story on what has happened. Jimmy, we needed some teeth for the old Model 23 flail, and what had happened was we got all this style teeth, which is what we've always used, and they're directional, and these have always worked really well for us. Well, we used them last time, and they didn't last but about 2 weeks, and they looked like, the easiest way to describe it was my knuckles. They all bent over, and there was some serious issues. Basically this last week we've had the old chipper at the shop. We had to rip that whole feed wheel out. There was 2 feed wheels. We had to rip them both out and redo them. And the problem with ripping them out is it takes a day to get them out. You know what I mean? 3/4 of a day to get them out, and then we send them out to get the teeth cut off. They put them in a lathe and they get chopped off, and then a day to get them back here. A day to grind. Then you got to grind on it. Then you got to weld new ones on it, and then you have another day of putting them back in. So you're talking like 4 days of work minimum, if everything goes well. So. We got a hold of Morbark, and something happened with these. Are not hardened the way they're supposed to be. Something's not right with them. That's all I can say. It did not work out like it was supposed to. And the issue that we have is this whole chipper has every feed wheel pulled out of it. And every feed wheel will get new teeth. And I don't want to put teeth on there that are going to be junk in a month and have to go through and pull out every feed wheel teeth like we did with the old chipper. Every one that we used that tooth on right there, we had to pull out. So we decided we're just going to do it ourselves. And there's 2 different feed wheel teeth on this chipper. We call this the serrated tooth, and then the flat bar on the chipper, and it kind of works like the bottom ones are flat bars, and the top ones are actually flat bars too in some of these, and the bottom ones are serrated. It's kind of tricky. The front 2 right here are serrated, the next 2 are flat stock, and then in our chipper, the very last feed wheel right there is serrated. So we're going to change that design on this chipper. This thing's going to work incredible. So we're going to change actually that design to our own specifications. So we did not want to put teeth in there that are going to be junk in a month when you're redoing a whole flail like this. I mean, it's 30 feet up to the front plus from where I'm standing. So we designed our new ones. This was the first prototype there, and you can kind of tell what we were looking at. And then our second prototype come back like that. So that's the difference between the 2, is we put a deeper gullet in here, and we actually brought that out more to a point than these. See the point there? This is as pointy as a pencil lead. It's to a point. So we designed them, And then we hardened the tips on them. You can see where we had stuff here. This is all hardened right here. And yeah, we designed those ourselves. The cool part about this is, a guy named Ken built them for us. Ken knows us because of our YouTube videos. So Ken come across our YouTube videos. We're cutting some wood because of Ken right now. And Ken owns a machine shop and was able to build that for us. Those are nasty. That's a 10-inch piece and they get welded together, but those are nasty. Let me tell you what, those are nasty. So they're on the chipper now. I wanted to get it running today, but I didn't get a video of it running because there was no trucks coming back. But yeah, you can kind of look to see how we got a different feed wheel teeth there, how we designed them a little differently. Again, this is the first one. We got a few of these. We'll use these up in certain spots, but that's where the money's at. I mean, that right there, that's legit. A legit tooth. So we went from that there to more of a pointed there. And then on the throwing rocks. There's a truck right there. Look at the line of trucks. If you hit one of the glass, I know you're throwing it over there, but it ricochets. So then the flat bar on all the chippers is like this, and that's just kind of how you have that's why we call it a flat bar, because it's like this. So when we designed the new flat bar for this chipper, we designed it like that. And once again, you can tell where the top is hardened and the bottom is not. So yeah, our flat bar will actually, it's different than it was before. It's not just a flat piece of steel. This is what's on the new chipper. This is what will be on all our chippers from now on. So even the flat's gonna bite. It'll obviously be direction this way, so when it's coming around, it's gonna bite the wood like this in this chipper. So crazy feed wheel teeth action. So we've run like 2 loads off the old chipper with that, and I went and looked at it. That is just putting some nasty, that is biting into the wood. Chipper Josh, the other Josh, there's 2 Joshes running chippers right now. He said that you put wood in there. He said you get the wood started in the chipper and it goes through. There's no stopping it. The last job it would not feed, and we had a bunch of problems because of the feed wheel stuff. It was an absolute mess. So therefore, he said it is so nice to run that machine. He said there is a constant flow of chips coming out that chipper. And his chip quality was incredible. That's what we're looking for. I checked his chips out. Their specs on the chips are really, really, really good. I mean, just by glancing at them, you're running 90s, over 90s. So, which is really good. So, yeah, that's what we're working on here for a while. I'll show you the actual feed wheel that's getting worked on right now. There's a bunch more we have. It's just straight up nasty. I mean, it is sharp as a pencil. That stuff is just it's gonna gobble wood. So that feed wheel right here, this one, there's feed wheels you gotta get worked on. There's just feed wheels everywhere in here. But that actually goes on the yoke. That'll be your upper one right here, is that bigger wheel. And the bottom wheel there will have this bar on it. So kind of redesigning it, coming up with a new idea. And once we get it redesigned how we want it, there's some real tricks to get that wood, I mean, all the way up there. And I think we're gonna have it dialed right in where we want it. So we'll go over that later once we get all the feed wheel teeth in there. And maybe I can Maybe I'll explain to you how it works. Maybe I'll give some chipper secrets that we've discovered on these 27s, or 55s, I'm sorry. It's a 2355, our other one's a 2755, but the main goal is you got to get that wood right there. And there's a trick to getting it there, so properly. But that's the feed wheel teeth. It's going to come together. They're working on the yokes right now, which are these. There's one in the shop that's getting totally rebuilt. That one's just about rebuilt in the shop. And then that's the skinnier one that goes in the back. The one closest to us a little huskier because that wall indents right there about a foot. Because you're going from 55 to 23. Yeah, that's what you're doing. So thanks for watching, everybody. Just keep rolling, and we're gonna. You roll a lot better when it's like that.